I'm Tiffany. Welcome to my kitchen. It's Sunday night and that means get the food ready for the week. I want my family to eat. Preparation is key. Fast food is out. Eating home fast food is in. In order to do that, we're very, very busy, just like most people. And so I had to figure out a way to create fast food without gluten, with limited dairy, limited meat, and no refined sugar whatsoever. We do eat honey. Honey is actually considered a superfood here at our house. We've heard that it helps fight allergies, especially if you eat local honey. So we do allow limited amounts of local honey. We consider it a cheap food, so we try not to eat very much of it. That aside, prepping on Sunday is super important. Typically on Saturday we do our major grocery shopping, or Friday, whenever we have time, we shop. And so once we shop, I don't consider shopping done until all the vegetables are washed and cut into pieces to where we can just grab and go. So at any given time in our refrigerator, if the Youngren family is eating, then it has totes just like these, full of food at varied stages of preparation. As you can see here, I've got some leeks that when we brought them home from the grocery store, we right away washed them and then cut them into easy to prepare sizes. I don't like to cut aromatics into tiny pieces right away because they do lose some of that aromatic quality. So what I do is I cut them down to just cleaned sizes. For carrots, celery, vegetables that our family actually snacks on, I try to cut into actual eating size pieces and then put them into bags or totes like these. I cook with a lot of lentils and quinoa. So both of those, lentils I soak. And so typically if I have some time, I'll just put my lentils in a tote and fill it with water and let them soak. I'll cook some quinoa right away. Quinoa is the quickest thing in the world to cook. So I will do a demo on cooking quinoa in the future, so watch for that. But in the meantime, I'll just say that I cook the quinoa, I put it in a tote, soak my lentils, then cook the lentils, and then combine them in a tote like this. So as you can see, I've got lentils and quinoa in here, but they're not really ready to eat. My family would not eat it like this. But I make them in bulk so that they're ready for me to either make a salad or some type of side dish. This batch, this is actually about double the batch I usually make, but we've been going through it so fast that I thought it would be more convenient to have a larger size. And so what I'll do with this is I'll make 3 different preparations of this batch of quinoa and lentils. And then here, I also wanted to show you, while I'm cooking dinner, I try to think, what can I do that will get us ready for the next meal or the next snack? One of the staples in our house, and if we're out, my husband is annoyed. And so in order to keep everyone happy, and I love it when there's enough food in the house for everyone to come in and snack on something healthy. So if we're out of hummus, it's a little bit of a tragedy around here. So we happen to be out right now. But now that I'm cooking, I'm getting ready for dinner, and I'm also getting ready to make a couple of preparations of my quinoa. At the same time, what I'll do is I get dried garbanzo beans. One is I think that they taste better. The other, I just prefer dried to can. And I also like to control what ingredients are in there. I know that this is garbanzo beans. There's no liquid that can be a vehicle to other ingredients or anything like that. And so I try to use, I actually only use dried garbanzo beans, and they're so simple. For a long time I didn't know how to prepare them. But now whenever I'm cooking and I know that either we're running low on hummus or I know I'll need to make hummus the next day or two, while I'm cooking, I'll just grab my tote, I'll fill it half with the garbanzo beans or chickpeas, and then I'll fill the rest of the way with water, and I'll put the lid on. One thing is they do need to be soaked overnight, but I don't really concern myself with what time I put the chickpeas in to soak. If I put them in at noon, I'll still just cook them the next day. So I was talking to my mom one time, and I was telling her about my hummus recipe and how excited I was about it. And she has always cooked really healthy like this, but she was saying, I always forget to put my chickpeas in at night, and so I never have my chickpeas ready the next day to cook. And I said, why don't you put your chickpeas in right now and soak them? And it was the middle of the day, and she just went, great idea. And so anyway, I just want to really encourage you that if you it just takes 2 seconds to just fill that with water and put it in the fridge. And then tomorrow, when I am in here for anything, I could be, making oatmeal, and I could still drain my chickpeas and throw them in a pot of water and then let them boil. And I also will be doing a demo on my hummus in the future, so watch for that as well. So the most helpful tips and tricks that we use here at our house are these. Number 1 is that you cook when you have time. Plan that you will not have time every night this week to cook. In fact, it's so unlikely that you will. But you can cook things so that it's ready when you get home and you only have 15 minutes to prepare dinner. That's all it's going to take. Number 2 is that when you go to the farmer's market and you go to the grocery store, every time you buy vegetables, that shopping trip isn't done until you get home and you wash those vegetables and you cut them into usable pieces. If they're snack vegetables, they're cut into snack bite pieces, snack sticks. If you have carrots, you have carrot sticks. If you have bell peppers, they're cut into strips or chunks, however your family likes to snack on them. Then if you decide to use them in a recipe, you're able to go ahead and cut them appropriately for how you want to cook them. Number 3 is to build your repertoire. How I did that was I collect and try out 2 new recipes or more each week. So I encourage you to do that. As you use those recipes, the goal isn't to follow the recipe exactly per se. You might do that. That might be how is most comfortable for you. And also, don't feel like just because what I'm showing you here is all gluten-free and dairy-free and all that, that's what I'm expecting for you to do. I just want you to cook. If you cook at all, your family is going to be so much healthier and you're going to save so much money that you're miles ahead of where you were yesterday. If you're an advanced cook, then I would suggest that you do something that challenges you. Find a couple recipes that teaches you something that you didn't know last week. Then what happens is no matter where you are on the spectrum of knowing how to cook, tomorrow you're going to be healthier and look better than you did today. Number 4 is to taste and trust. Taste as you cook, taste as you assemble your salad, as you try a recipe. Don't just go by the recipe and go, wow, that looks like a lot of lemon juice for the amount of vinaigrette that I'm making. Don't add all of the lemon juice then. Wait, add it slowly and taste it as you go. If it tastes good, stop. Don't use all the lemon juice. Your taste buds and your family taste buds are the ones that will be eating this food. And so taste, don't waste. And also, I just want to encourage you to use your instincts. And as you try new ways of cooking, new methods, you're not memorizing recipes, you're learning new techniques. So be healthy, be happy, and as you try this, please comment on our blog. Tell me how it's going. Tell me what you've learned. Tell me of the recipes that you've tried, or tell me your challenges, or tell me how gross I am for trying to put sardines and use it as fish oil. Whatever feedback you have, I would love to hear about it. It's something I'm really excited about. I'm really happy that you're on this journey with us. As you're writing your comments, also tell me one thing, just one, that you did today to help you feel better and look even more fantastic than you did yesterday. Thanks, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.